Located just north of Lorenz in Palo Alto County, a 522-acre former state park holds natural and historic treasures.
Come along with Notes on Iowa as we explore what used to be Rush Lake State Park.
The glacial drag of the Des Moines Lobe in the deep past left behind a series of wetlands throughout north and central Iowa. Rush Lake represents one of the wetland areas left behind. The lake and wetland complex, adjacent to Lizard Creek, hosted indigenous inhabitants well into the pre-American past. A tributary of the Des Moines River at the site of modern-day Fort Dodge, Lizard Creek hosted a large summer village of the Dakota leader Sito-Minidoota during the decades prior to American settlement in the area. As the United States stretched westward and dispossession of the Dakota ultimately opened the land to the plow, Rush Lake nearly disappeared. Draining, ditching, and tiling slowly eliminated lakes, sloughs, and wetlands across northern Iowa, and by the early 20th century, development nearly reached the shores of Rush Lake. Sometime during the 1920s, however, a low-head dam was constructed at the site, raising the water level and drowning out the namesake rushes and other vegetation in the lake, while protecting it from further drainage. During 1930, citizens from Palo Alto and Pocahontas counties came together in an effort to secure the lands and petition the Iowa Conservation Commission for the creation of a state park at the site. During April of that year, officials from the two counties ventured to Des Moines with a gift of 30 acres of lakeside land and funds amounting to $1,300 meant to provide for development should the state agree to create a state park at Rush Lake. Rush Lake officially joined the Iowa State Park System the following year in 1931, and work started on development. The county set about graveling access roads, while the state put forward plans for initial development. The state also stocked the lake with tens of thousands of fish from the Spirit Lake hatchery. Tin can tourists from throughout the state soon flocked to take the scenic 2-mile drive around the lake and stopped for picnics. In 1933, Civilian Conservation Corps workers stationed at Spencer arrived at Rush Lake to work on improvements. The men completed 1,300 feet of embankment work and completed 2 sets of stairs leading down to the lake. Newspaper reports from the time period suggest the CCC also built a log shelter house at the site. In 1935, a Pocahontas County 4-H club planted hundreds of shrubs at the state park site. Over the course of the 1940s, the park virtually disappears from newspaper reports, only to re-emerge in a 1950 copy of the Ruthven Free Press under the headline, "Plan to Restore State Park at Rush Lake This Year." The article details how the park fell into disrepair after the initial burst of effort in the 1930s. An alternative newspaper report suggests the park was to, quote, "abandoned during the war," unquote. During 1950, a committee with representatives from 14 different surrounding communities came together. The state eventually sent out representatives who crafted a plan to return Rush Lake to a closer approximation of its original state by building a new low-head dam and lowering the overall water level. Sold as a way to provide more ideal bird habitat, the officials sought the input of locals before the project started. During October of 1952, work on the new dam commenced. Over the following decades, the Iowa Conservation Commission and the Iowa Department of Natural Resources implemented improved water management techniques at Rush Lake, allowing for revegetation, improved water quality, and enhanced habitat for waterfowl and shorebirds. The effort also included dropping water levels to reduce the number of carp in the lake, while also providing a more suitable water level for emergent vegetation like cattails to germinate. The resulting vegetation and wildlife balance has created a healthier ecosystem in the overall wildlife management area. Unlike other properties who left the Iowa State Park System over the 20th century by reverting to county-level control or local maintenance agreements, Rush Lake seemingly faded from the state park system over time. Although some newspapers and Iowa visitor guides continue to refer to the site as Rush Lake State Park as late as 1957, instances of Rush Lake Wildlife Refuge and Rush Lake Wildlife Management Area start to pop up with greater frequency over the second half of the 20th century. Today, Rush Lake Wildlife Management Area offers visitors a variety of opportunities to enjoy the outdoors in northwestern Iowa. Boat ramp access offers an excellent opportunity for Iowa's paddlers hoping to dip an oar. Fish abound in the deeper parts of the lake and wetland complex, while many birds call the site home. Limited trails offer opportunities for hiking, and the priority placed on habitat allows for animal and bird watchers great chances to catch a glimpse of unsuspecting wildlife in the natural landscape. Next time you find yourself looking to get out and enjoy Iowa's public lands, consider a stop at Rush Lake. A truly stunning representation of Iowa's natural beauty and a testament to the necessity of maintaining opportunities to get outdoors for all Iowans, Rush Lake shines a must-visit for all people hoping to see Iowa slowly.
Thanks for coming along with Notes on Iowa as we explore what used to be Rush Lake State Park.
Make sure to subscribe to the Notes on Iowa website, subscribe on YouTube, follow on social media, and tune in each Sunday to explore the history of Iowa state parks, preserves, and other public lands. I hope I'll see you out there.
There's a lot of good history about Iowa a lot of people don't even know about.